Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Christine. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to part 2 of an abysmal Plexus opportunity call. I'm going to keep this intro short and sweet. If you're interested in this type of content, part 1 will be linked up here and I will also link it down below. I would encourage you to watch part 1 because otherwise this won't make a lot of sense to you probably. This is a very, very long opportunity call. That is why I split this up into 2 parts. So let's get into part 2. It's going to be a lot lighter than the first part. It is still going to be frustrating to hear a lot of the health claims that are being made, but it is not going to be as abysmal as part 1.
Oh, Susanna, thank you for that. You know, you're right. God needs people that have money, right? Who's the one that is extending the hand and helping people? People that have extra, people that have abundance. It's easy for me to say yes to a lot of different things. Everybody give Susanna and Valerie some love in the chat, you guys. This has been amazing. Girls, you guys are just so amazing. But yeah, we are here to do something much bigger. I love it. Kingdom entrepreneurs to build the kingdom. Yes, Camila. I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. But yeah, I just want to kind of open it up. If anybody has to hop off, that's fine. But if you want to stick around, you have questions for us, please stick around. Ask anything. If you want to put it in the chat, put it in the chat. We'll address it that way. But I didn't even mention, they talked about the trips and all that. Sometimes I forget about that stuff. It is important and I love all that stuff. But as an Emerald, you get a car. So I could either choose a car or a lifestyle bonus. I've chosen the lifestyle bonus to pay for the car that I have. That car is paid off. I still get the lifestyle bonus. So there's options, and we get an annual trip that's paid for us and another person. So my hubby goes with me, but it is almost always to Hawaii. We went to Mexico last year, had an amazing time at Mayakoba Resort in Cancun. Otherwise, it's somewhere on one of the islands. They fly us there, give us a lot of money, $2,000 to fly there. So we can afford first class that way. I never flew first class before until Plexus. I never could have even imagined it or dreamed that I would have flown first class because I'm too cheap to pay that price.
I didn't know that, Phyllis. I didn't know that. And then everyone flew their first class and I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you could have gotten first class tickets. I'm like, what?
Yeah. You'll never make that mistake again. That is so funny. And yeah, so then you get there, they give you money for a rental car, and then they pay for your 5-star hotel. And usually there's incentives to win like massage and all kinds of stuff while you're there, but they give VIP gifts. There's all kinds of fun stuff that happens. I don't want to spoil it for people who've never been, but it is the most incredible week. And they give that to us as a gift, a thank you for all our hard work, because at that level in the company, you are growing a team, a big team that's under you. And so it's just been such a blessing, because Kirsten is somebody I met through Plexus. I would have never met Kirsten, and that would have made my heart sad, because she is a bright, look at this, shining light. And so the people that you will connect with will blow your mind. We will get to meet each other several times a year because we have convention, which is happening in Columbus, Ohio. I know it's Ohio, but you know what? We have so much fun inside that convention center. We really don't even know what the outside looks like because we're having a blast on the inside. So, I mean, if you have a thought like, I need to know more, I'm not quite sold, get yourself to convention. It's June 21st through the 24th. You can still register till June 15th. Think about it, pray about it. We have some creative ways to get to Columbus, Ohio. Via, air. So you don't have to fly right into Columbus. We can be creative with you. Also rooms to share. If you're coming by yourself, we can make this happen. But I just say, open your heart, open your mind. You heard from us. I just invited literally the Holy Spirit in to this call to touch somebody out there that needed to hear this.
I think she's not referring to me, right? I'm not the Holy Spirit. Probably the hateful spirit, the negative spirit. Anyway, let's continue.
Because I know you're there, and I know that this is the answer. I just know it is, because like Valerie said, Susanna said, everyone needs Plexus, and from little guys to our aging elders. there's something here for everyone. And so, obviously I'm passionate about it. So I'm going to turn the time over so you guys can just ask questions. Again, if you have to hop off, please feel free. Or any last minute thoughts, Valerie or Susanna?
If you thought that Monat was a very faith-based company, Plexus is too. And just to be clear, your religion, your faith is great and is beautiful and is wonderful. What I don't like is faith manipulation, when people are being manipulated because they're being told that God or whatever religious entity you believe in wants you to do certain things. I am pretty sure that my interpretation of God in my religion, although I'm not actively pursuing that, doesn't want me to join Plexus and to recruit people into a scammy business. What she's talking about in this section is pretty much the regular incentives all the MLMs offer you, like a convention in the Great Ohio, where you can pay your way to have access. You also need to purchase the flights, etc. So this is something that you yourself have to pay for. She also speaks about trips and cars. Here's the thing though, those are never free. Never, ever, no, never. No matter what you hear, you don't get any free trips and you don't get any free cars. No. You either have to always earn those, that means that they're not free. You have to work towards them. You have to work towards getting a certain rank, having a certain amount of people under you, selling a certain amount of product, and then you might get an incentive for that if you're able to hit a rank and keep a rank. The same is true for the car programs. You might get a certain bonus, or as she says, a certain lifestyle bonus. And in the end, if you are in the unlikely situation that you're able to receive any of those high-end trips or car bonuses or lifestyle bonuses, you will also have to pay taxes on the value of these. So those things in MLMs are never free. Why? Because MLMs are cheap. MLMs will not just gift you something, they will not cover the costs for you unless you make them more money that covers this. And they still need to make a profit off of that. With a car program, she's speaking about the Lexus Plexus program, you can get a bonus for your car payment when you hit the rank of Emerald, Sapphire, or Diamond. When you are in the unlikely case of being able to hit those ranks, then you also need to keep that rank to get a specific bonus towards a car payment. In addition to that, the car is also in your name and you have to get a certain style of car. So you cannot just go and pick every car. It has to fit within the Lexus program. Or you could get a lifestyle bonus. Now, if you participate in the car program, you would get $600, $750, or $1,200 bonus payments towards the car if you are at that rank and if you keep that rank. And if you choose the lifestyle bonus because you don't want that necessarily to exclusively go towards your car, you might get a bonus of $420, $525, or $840 if you don't want the car program. Now, in order to do that, you need to hit the 3 highest ranks and you need to keep that. Just keep that in mind. Just because you join Plexus doesn't mean you get a car. You need to be at the tippity top of the compensation plan, as is typical for a lot of MLMs. You need to keep those ranks and then you might or might not get paid a bonus towards that car or towards that lifestyle program. And yes, at the end of the year, you have to pay taxes on that. It's considered income, taxable income.
Yeah, I want to share something real quick. Oh, sorry, Valerie.
It's okay.
I wasn't really part of this call, but I just feel compelled to share. So something's telling me to share this part. So I'm just going to go with it, right?
Yeah.
But I've been doing Plexus for 5 years. That's how I met beautiful Phyllis. We've become really, really, really good friends. My family stayed at her house in California for a family wedding. Like it just, and that's something I want to touch on really quick is it's not just the money and the trips, which are great, right? Like I'm a stay-at-home mom making 6 figures driving a free car. It does not suck. But even better than that is the connections you make with these people. And Susanna and Valerie both talked a little bit about Hawaii. We were just there last week and we had such a beautiful, amazing time where women get together and we build each other up and we compliment each other and we support each other and we pray together and we cry together and we love together and we work together. And for me, and I know some of my girls that were able to go on that trip, that is what it's about. It's the connections. It's healing people from the inside out, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, is all the things. And Plexus is all encompassing all those areas in life, and it has truly been such a huge blessing for all of us. And that is why we're so passionate about it. It's just something you just have to like see it to, it's like just, I just wish I could like touch everyone with it, because it's just so magical. But I just wanted to share that really quick with everyone. Just the relationships and the community of women is beyond anything I ever could have ever imagined in my life. So that's all.
I love
Yeah,
it.
Kirsten, I agree. And I would just say, you grow through struggles, right? So we all have our stuff, and we're all on different journeys and paths, but we grow through the struggles. So as you learn to accept the struggles and accept your weaknesses, you grow, and you can share that then with others. And I think that's the beautiful thing. And it was so beautiful being in Kauai and getting to know so many of you and making these new connections, that I can see why you guys are friends and why you guys love traveling to Hawaii together for year after year. That's a lot of fun. But that's what I just want to end with. You grow through your struggles. So whatever your struggle is, be vulnerable, just face it and ask for help and pray about it. And you will see changes. You will grow from your struggles.
Amen. Amen. Camila,
talking about dreaming, that is something that I'm really enjoying, dreaming again. When I was younger, I got to travel. I actually lived in Mexico at the beach, Manzanillo, for 2 years. And now I have the opportunity to travel for free. Because with my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm really excited about the trips going to Arizona, as well as the Emerald. I believe that's the Emerald retreat that, and the various ones that, I just want to win them all.
why not? You need to be there with us. We all need to be together. Okay. I saw Camila's hand go up first, and then Elena after Camila. Oh, let me unmute you, Camila.
Got it?
You got it.
This is a cult. This is not a business opportunity call. This is a cult. You want to pray with me, you want to enjoy this community with me, and you want to heal yourself and myself from the inside out in any way, shape, or form. Imagine this happening on an actual business call at an actual interview. I would be shutting my computer. Number one, because of the separation of state and religion. You cannot invite me to pray on a freaking business call, and not even at an interview, no matter what your faith is. You cannot assume that everybody has the same faith-based ideas as you. Some people don't consider themselves religious, but not everybody is a Christian. So you're excluding a lot of people from this, and it is awkward. If my manager told me that he wanted to pray with me and he wanted to help me to heal from the inside out, I would be leaving the company. I'm like, nope, thank you. I gotta pile up poop from the street. That's my new job for now. I'd rather do this than spend time praying with you on a business call. This is supposed to be a business opportunity call. Let's keep that in mind. Then the topic of the trips also came up. Once again, these trips are not free. You have to hit a certain rank and you have to keep it. Otherwise, you're not eligible for the trips. That is not free. That is you working towards these, and then certain parts of the trip might or might not be covered, and you pay taxes on that. The trips are not free.
Oh, being that Susanna mentioned Mexico, what is the procedure about going, like if you have somebody in Mexico and you want to bring them into the business?
Susanna, would you like to answer that for Camila? Do you have something you'd like to share?
Valerie, I think they have to contact the home office, if I remember correctly. If you are a distributor here in the U.S. and you want to sign someone up for on another country, that's how we did it with my cousin. I believe that we got to bring in corporate.
Yeah, so you just call customer service, push number 4 on your phone, And
So
it'll connect you right to Guadalajara home office. And they're so great. My favorites in the office are Cynthia and Ronaldo. So if you want to ask for them, Cynthia and Ronaldo, they're fantastic. I think they know my number by now, but they will help you and walk you through. And they are so patient because I do not speak Spanish, although I wish I did, but they are so patient with me. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. So then when you call corporate office here in Arizona, they connect you directly to Guadalajara.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just push
Okay.
number 4, bypass everything and push number 4 and it connects you right to the Guadalajara office.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to be a distributor in Mexico, just your membership here.
Correct.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
You're
Welcome.
This is supposed to be an opportunity call. Yes, so we're clarifying team stuff. Like, what do I do if I sign somebody up in Mexico? First of all, great. It's great that Plexus is also targeting Mexico. This is supposed to be an opportunity call. Set up a different call. Write somebody a message. What does this have to do on an opportunity call? This is so unprofessional. If you were actually interested in Plexus, and then people are on this call that have questions about plugging other people in, do that in a different call. What is this?
The other nice thing about this is I'm hearing that in some companies, if you live in the US, you can only sell within the US. If you live in Mexico, you can only sell within Mexico. So somebody living in Mexico can sign people up in the US and vice versa. So
Yes.
it works across borders like not a problem. It's just somewhere in the world you're signing somebody up in those 5 countries. So great. Okay, Elena.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. So my question is fairly, I have my little ones here. So my question is for you, Phyllis or Valerie. Let's say we have a brand new team. We're just getting started. We're just getting going. What are some tips? What is something that you would tell them? I have about 7 people on here brand new within the last week and a half. And, how do I guide them? I've done a lot of this before in the past too, but this has moved way too fast for me. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I'm loving it. But what would you say to a brand new person? Not me, but somebody else, like anybody that's just getting started, that is just seeing this, that maybe has just started taking the triplex, but nothing else.
Like a brand new person is a business builder, brand new person, because that's a different yeah.
All the ones that are here are all business builders.
Yeah. So brand new person, just don't ask the questions. You do not need to know everything. Just keep sharing and plug them in and we're going to reach them. And there are so many supports in place. If they are not part of our text messaging service, where every week we're reaching out and touching and asking for responses back, just encourage them to correspond with that service. Because if there's a problem, myself or you, Elena, or Phyllis or Susanna, we're going to reach out and help them. So I would just say plug them in and tell them to correspond with us. That's the biggest thing I can share right now, because if we do not hear from people, we're just assuming that everything's okay. So as they're brand new and wanting more information and wanting to build, just tell them to correspond with us and we'll help them and plug them in where they need.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I want to add something to that. What I have found is the people that are growing faster and reordering and recommending, they're not only the sooner that they consume the product in the way that's best for them, and then it's easier for them to promote it with other people. So that is one of the things that I've noticed, because sometimes people were like hit and miss. They weren't consistent with it. And those that were consistent with it. The other thing for me is that I thought was really, really cool, that impacted me, that you, Phyllis and Valerie, have, and thank you for bringing me on, is the automation. Because again, I've never grown so quickly in anything, well, other than maybe weight. So the fact that you have those campaigns set up, for automation, I was already getting busy with my other stuff, and I remember praying, Lord, I need, what can I, because there's so many things to choose from. And then you guys came in and said, oh, we're going to help you get automated. I'm like, what? So anyway.
This is just so messy and so unorganized. There are lots of questions from current distributors who want to sign up people that should have been clarified somewhere else. If you're such a great community and you have all of these systems in place, although they didn't claim it, they probably don't have a lot of systems in place, then you shouldn't have to ask those questions here where you try to pitch a freaking business opportunity to new people. Just imagine this really from a purely business side. You are an NMLM and this is part of your pitch. Why? If I were new on this call, I'd be like, okay, you're so unorganized. How am I ever going to reap the benefits of what you're doing? No, I'd be out. Don't have those things on an opportunity call, people. Come on, it's unprofessional. The other person said, my business is growing so fast because I signed up so many people. I have so many customers. I am so overwhelmed. And the answer is just keep plugging people in. What the frick? Yeah, because it's a recruitment-based business. But if you cannot keep track of the people and if you cannot really advise them and you don't have a system in any way, shape, or form to help the people on your team, it's messy. So what that means is you're overwhelmed. Don't you worry. Just plug in the people. 7 people in a week. Great. Just keep them to get purchasing. And then the tip from the other lady is, yeah, auto shipment. Just sign them up for the automation of the purchasing of the products. That's weird. Just plug them up for automation. Keep them buying the products, put yourself on automation so you don't have to think about this. That's a really great tip to lose even more money and to not have further control over what you're purchasing because you've got to be a product of the product. And it seems to be the same in Plexus. Just keep plugging people in and then set them on an auto shipment. Yep, sounds good to me. Good job, Plexus. Good job.
I don't think it's ever too soon for someone to learn the automation because that now is going to enable us. Because there's been times where I have had many people calling me about different questions, and I'm like, wow, if I had this system in place for myself, and I'm really excited about the Spanish speaking. So consuming. Educating themselves for their own benefit, and then sharing. Everybody has a liver. Everybody has, a body. So understanding the basic fundamentals of why we need to be detoxifying and having healthy gut. If I had a healthy gut all my life, that diagnosis would not, and I know that we can't say this is going to heal you, this is going to prevent, but
Then don't say it. Yikes.
I know what I know what I know.
Yes, amen. And if you're looking at your back office and you have upgraded to an ambassador, which it sounds like we have a lot of you guys here, when you first log in and click on my dashboard, it's going to bring up new ambassadors. Click here. It's in blue. Touch that and go have fun on that playground. But definitely touch the 30-day click and do guide because it's like Candyland the game. And if you just keep clicking those little icons, it's going to bring up a bunch of great things, including a super short 1 minute and 30-second video to share with your potentials. Here's the gut microbiome. You don't need to say a word. Susanna's very well educated on the gut microbiome. I'm very well educated on that. Valerie's becoming very well educated on it. But again, it's that little video is so easy to share. And then creating your list, like go for your nose, like just make that list and just start reaching out. People aren't just going to come to you. They might if you're doing a bunch of Facebook posting and social media, but don't guarantee it. We have to reach out. So that's one resource that I can share that Plexus provides. And there's training in there that if you click one of those icons, it takes you to the training that you just register for. There's a texting system that Plexus sends to your phone. Hey, we're popping on in 15 minutes for this training. Again, it's a buffet. Do not be overwhelmed by it. Just know okay, she said she's right. We have plenty of training here. And then we do team calls within our group. Every first and third Wednesday of the month, we do a team call where we do these business calls regularly. And we have some other great resources to plug people in if they're like, I just need to know a little bit more. Okay, great. We got you. Plexus does too. So I think think that's all I wanted to share with that. But yeah, we are your resources. Reach out to us. Don't ever feel like you're by yourself or you're alone. We will try to figure it out. I told Valerie when we're exploding and going crazy, it was like, okay, let's huddle. Like, what do we need to do now? How do we keep exploding without imploding? Right. And so we just kept pivoting, and then you slow down a little bit to speed up, and it just keeps working. So we're a work in progress, but we're figuring stuff out along the way. Mexico is such an untapped market. Like, it's tapped, but there's that's actually what else I wanted to say was, once you get on there with Mexico and Guadalajara, you tell them, hey, I have this new person that just signed up. They need support. And guess what? They contact them, they support them, they train them how to share the products, and they come to you if they're local enough to do events for them. And they will send samples to your people in Mexico. It is a beautiful thing. They are giving them a ton of products. You think we have great incentives? You should see what they're doing for the people in Mexico when they buy their starter pack. It's incredible. They want this to succeed, and they want to give them plenty of product to bundle 7 sticks of Slim and sell it, to pour a little lean shake, shake it up and sell it. Like, they don't have the FDA guidelines that we have of like, you can't do that here, but they can in Mexico. So it's great. Like,
Wow. So that is why Plexus is tapping into the Mexican market, because the compliance specifications are not as strict as they are in the US. And I suppose also in Canada, in Australia, and New Zealand. Wow. Yeah, that's probably also why you're saying all of this unsubstantiated health bullcrap. You cannot say that in the United States, but you can in Mexico. Great. So you're tapping into a market of people who don't make as much money as you do, who don't have a living standard as you do. But because the compliance requirements are not as harsh, it is great to recruit people there. Yikes. I'm sorry, Mexico. If you know people from Mexico, or if you are from Mexico, if you have family members or friends there, maybe give them a heads up. Don't join Plexus. And yet again, we're hearing a lot of health claims. Well, I know I cannot say it here, but yeah, you did. That is gross. There are so many health claims, and there is no evidence whatsoever that Plexus products will do any of this. You cannot make those health claims. If you see a call like this, or if you have access to content like this, you can always report that to your local governments. In this case, in the United States, this is not okay. You cannot make those health claims, and it looks like these people are absolutely aware of that. That is ridiculous. You're preying on vulnerable people who are ill, who are sick, who are not feeling well, who are looking for something, whether it is their physical or their mental health. And that is shameful. Stop it. Where are your resources, and where are the independent healthcare professionals to advise on? I haven't heard in this call once. If you have certain issues, go and speak to a medical professional first. That is gross.
be creative. The world is your oyster. Okay, I see Andine. Andine had their hand up first, and then we'll go to Macy.
Miss Cece.
Miss Cece. Oh, cute. Beautiful. Okay. Andine first. Oh, you just have to unmute. Do you see that? Oh, there we go.
Okay. No, okay. Yeah, what if, like, I'm in the process of signing up another person, but she doesn't have an email address. So I am stuck. What do I do?
Are they not able to create one?
The person's in the hospital.
Oh, okay. What I would do is you can do like Plexus, their first name at gmail.com, and just have them create that later when they're feeling better. Just fill it in with something like that. But that's mine is my email is plexusphyllis@gmail.com, and all my Plexus stuff goes there. So that'll get you through that. Yeah, that barrier. Okay. Don't let it be a barrier. Yes. Anything else?
I was going to ask Susanna, but because I'm on this call and we're all here, she really need help, like a lot of help, detoxing help, because they want to amputate her leg, and I know she's a tad overweight, and it will be all new for her when she gets home, but they want to rush this product.
Do not try to recruit sick people who are in the hospital, who don't even have an email, and they have to have limbs amputated. And you're honestly on a freaking Plexus call asking non-professionals on how to help this person detoxify. First of all, this is an opportunity call for people to join, and you're still clarifying issues you should have clarified somewhere else. I'm grateful it's happening on this call, otherwise it wouldn't be on this channel, me being able to react to this, but this is so gross. Leave sick people alone.
What are some of, suggesting products that can really help bring that speedily recovery with that first triplex?
Yes. Can we hop on or can we support you with this after the call?
Yes.
Is that okay? Okay, great. We have plenty of ideas. I would love to help this person. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Any other questions about the business or?
Well, it's all new to me. I'm learning, and I'm actually came on because nutrition is my life. Detoxing is my cousin, and I'm just excited to be a part of it because I have a lot of friends who need help, and so I will learn as I go. And I have great uplines, Camille and Susanna. So I'm excited.
I love the hearts. You can see this heart for helping. This is key. I just say this is the secret sauce. Do you have a heart? Does your heart want to help others? Like, yay, you're going to do great. So
thank you.
So nice to meet you, Andy, and good luck to you with everything. God bless all that. Miss Cece, yes, let's hear from you.
Oh, okay. I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited about what you're doing here. It's really huge. I did have some questions about the membership. I have a few people that's interested that I work with. I work with a group of elderly women and reversing diabetes, eating a plant-based diet. And some of the things we've been studying in our monthly book club is about cellular regeneration and how to fix the gut and how to get better absorption and balance in the gut so that you can, if you're paying good money for your food, you want to use it, right? You just don't want to dump it down the toilet. Your body needs to absorb the nutrients. And one of the ways to do that is through the gut. So I do have a few people that called me and asked a few questions that I don't know, because I just signed up today myself, and I'm just going over the website trying to find out as much information as I can. When you become a VIP member, do you have to just buy the membership pack, or can you buy other stuff to count towards your 3 people? I'm not sure how that works.
So the welcome pack, the starter pack is a sure thing. I believe there is 100 PV order that needs to be created, but I'm gonna have to verify. Valerie, do you know the answer to that?
Well, I understood the question to be, can you order additional products besides your starter? Okay, yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, and we could help you with that, but that a lot of people do that, honestly. I know I have an account for myself, and then I have an account for my second self, however you want to call it, my ghost self, because I order enough product now. I've used enough things that I find that it's just better to have 2 accounts going. And so you absolutely can if you want that.
So when you say
please
you have
do.
2 accounts going, can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, well, at first I thought it was my husband's account, but then he started using all my products. So I actually then started an account for him. So that's how it started, that it was my husband's account and I was getting the product. And then he started using my product, so then I had to order more product. So, but yes, if you want, I don't know how much detail we want to go in on this call, but we can easily do that. We can get you enough product. It just kind of depends what it is you're looking for. But each new VIP pack that you order is highly discounted. So if you just ordered that today, you know you got a really big discount right up front. We use a SAM 10 or SAM 2020 code. And if we want to get you more product, you can add it on, or we can talk to you about another family member in your house, or however you want to do that.
So you're, correct me if I'm wrong. When I sign up for my welcome packet, I can do more than one welcome packet. Does that count towards your 3 people for your discount? Okay.
No, that would not count. That's why I'm saying if you're looking for 3 people, I would say just grab a friend or somebody in your house and start a second account. So if you're looking to get 3 people, that's the best way to do it. So I signed up my husband, my son, and then I created a third account for my other son.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Because you don't get any PV points for the membership pack. You get the PV points on recurring orders.
Well, you actually do get it on your first, you always do get it on your PV. So no matter what you're ordering, or I'm sorry, on your starter pack, you get PV. So no matter what you're ordering, you get PV. I'm just saying, if you're trying to get your 3 people, there's a way just to kind of maximize that. So that's all I'm saying, that we'd want you to maximize, because it sounds like that's what you're wanting to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people go silver just by signing up their family. So that is such an easy one to look at, is what does your household look like? You know, is there a partner? Are there siblings, children, whatever? You can sign those 3 up and boom, you just made, it's almost $500 when you sign up 3 people right now. But yes, to get a welcome pack, you have to create a new order. You can only get 1 welcome pack. So if there's something you're seeing there, you know, have fun with it. We only get 1. So be creative, because you'll get free product every 2 to 3 months on each of those accounts. So it's like Valerie said, we're just maximizing benefits. We're not doing anything illegal. It's all coming to your house. You're paying for the products. We're getting an extra free product every 2 to 3 months. And each of those accounts, you're going to get paid pay points, which, you know, on the 15th of the month, we get paid on our pay points, which is about $18 per person. So that is how we end up making, you know, enough money to always pay for our products and then put some money in the bank or pay for Costco bills of $500.
And at the end of the year, the company does send a $10.99.
They sure do. If you make over $600, if you're under 600, then they won't send that to you. But that's the number that they're looking for. The IRS is looking for.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Congratulations and good luck to you. And we're here for you. So I know we'll be seeing more of you.
Yes. I love this. I love the science of the gut. It's amazing.
I have a book for you, darling. It's this one, Why We Get Sick. And
I've already read that book.
Have you? See, isn't it so good? Insulin
Amazing.
resistance. Yeah. It's the little stinky thing behind all of why we get sick.
Wow. That is gold. That call is gold. It is quite obvious that Plexus reps are targeting sick people, patients who are currently in the hospital short before their amputation, advising elderly women on how to reverse their diabetes without being a medical professional themselves. That can be so dangerous. I mean, frick. The woman that spoke lastly was somebody who just signed up today, and she's looking up information on the Plexus website. If you are not a medical professional, do not try to help elderly women to reverse their diabetes. And if you're on a team call with this person on an opportunity call, then do not encourage this person to help elderly women reverse their diabetes. Leave that to a freaking medical professional. Because I'm not a medical professional myself, I don't know which type of diabetes it is that is insulin dependent. I do believe it is type 1. Don't take that for granted. I would have to look this up as well. That is why it is important to leave these topics to medical professionals. Diabetes being reversed is only possible for one type of diabetes. I believe it is diabetes type 1, where you need insulin for the rest of your life because you're insulin dependent or otherwise you will get very sick or potentially die. And in the other case, you can reverse your diabetes, or that's how she phrased it here. And if you live a different kind of lifestyle, if you move your body in a certain way, and if you feed your body in a certain way, you can also maybe get off of insulin. That should not happen because a Plexus Hun advises you that joined the very same day. It should be done with a medical professional. This is horrible, horrible. If you are not a medical professional, please leave sick people alone. This guessing game is ridiculous. And in addition to that, you can educate yourself as much as you want, but you cannot give medical advice to people who need medical attention. And the fact that this call is being led by someone who worked as a nurse is even more upsetting. Please stop it. In addition to that, she also said, yeah, you can have different accounts to maximize whatever you do in there. And this is not illegal. No, of course not. And apparently for Plexus, it is okay if you sign up people who live within your household. Other companies are not okay with that. I believe you cannot do that in Monate, and I believe you cannot do that in Paparazzi. You can only operate one active account within the household. But even though this might be possible in this MLM, do you have any idea how much money these people must be spending on their products? You might get certain product points and you might get products for less, or certain products for free, but you still have to spend a lot of products. And in addition to that, if it's you doing this, your husband, your child, maybe your mother, then you have 4 people out of your own household pretty much jump-starting or financing your business. And that is very wishy-washy, because how much of the money even these leaders make at the end of the month, and they claimed, I made $17,000, I made $9,000. Those are the success stories. You still have to spend so much money of your own money to finance this business. How much of this is actually profit? If you are in an MLM or if you want to join for whatever reasons, not that I would ever encourage this, make a profit and loss statement. Make sure that you keep track of your money, how much money you actually profit, how much money do you spend, and how much money comes back in. Because if you are able to make some money in return, it might look like this is a good business idea. But if you actually add up the expenses, you might realize that you're not making a lot of money compared to the amount of effort and the time you spend into your MLM business, or you might end up in debt. So please keep track of that if you're ever interested in an MLM, or if you are in an MLM and you're unsure. The health claims and the financial claims here are absolutely ridiculous, and I'm yet again infuriated, not as much as I was after part 1, but it is a good example to show, because I think this call embodies the journey of somebody who is prey becoming the predator. If you had any medical needs and somebody from Plexus approached you and signed you up or sold you the products, you think they work for you, you feel great, you think that they're reversing whatever medical issues you have, you're hooked on the products, you sign up as a distributor, and then you do the same to others. That is you being the prey in the beginning and turning into the predator. MLM reps are not happy about these terms because they're very, very strong. Being the prey and being the predator are very, very strong terms, but I use them here on purpose because this is the consumer to representative route, the prey to predator route. And I think that this shows this. This call shows this beautifully. You had certain medical needs, you had a certain medical history, a certain medical story, and somebody says, I have the answer for you, and you're desperate enough to join. That is something that the woman who spoke second on this call in part 1 also said. I was desperate. People who join Plexus are desperate. And that is exactly that. You're preying on desperate people. And at some point before you joined, you were very likely being preyed upon, and now you're doing the same to others. And that is why MLMs are so harmful, why they're so sneaky, and why they're so specific. Because a lot of people who do this will probably actually believe that they're doing good for others. It did good for them, so now they're helping others. And in reality, you're just screwing over other people's lives. And you might actively screw over your own life as you do this without you even realizing this.
I actually prayed for a bunch of faith-filled women to come to my team. I was on a run and I put my hands to the heaven and I said, Lord, make it rain, because I was having kind of a valley. I was in a valley. I built this great team, but it was in a valley. And then Valerie messaged me. And here we go. And so it's been incredible, you guys. So yeah, you are here divinely appointed. No doubt about it. Beautiful. Elena, did you have something else you wanted to say, honey?
Just really quickly. I know someone on the call here. I won't mention names, but I know this happens maybe more commonly than not. Hang on. I'll ask it on the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Little crying babies. It's okay. And that's the other thing here, you guys. We are all about the babies, right? We had a little tiny baby on she was 14 months, but she was tiny on our Ruby retreat with us because she's a breastfeeding baby, and mama earned that trip. And so babies welcome. We make room for that. And so it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Cece, did you have another question, or did I just not?
Oh, no, I'm finished. Let me take my hand down.
Oh, no problem. I just want to make sure I didn't miss you. Ooh, this is good. I think we went to church a couple times. And
Amen.
Amen. That's a good thing. All right. I'm going to end it here. You guys, this was beautiful. Thank you so much. And we will, let's just keep this going. Love it. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
She does have a talent, though, I have to give her that, to turn a shitty situation into another pitch. Oh, if there's a crying baby, don't you worry, we love babies. On our trips, mothers with babies are also welcome. I think that's a talent you need to have if you want to be successful in an MLM, that you have to pitch it like this. Oh, this call is so messy. Don't you worry. Messy action is better than no action. There's a crying baby. Don't you worry. Your babies are always welcome on our incentive trips. It's a talent. It's a random talent, but it's a talent. I will give her this. Let me finish this call off as well, short and sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Plexus. The faith manipulation, income claims, the health claims, and the predatory behavior is insanity to me. There are people on Plexus teams who have joined a day ago who have no idea whatsoever about the products, and they're looking for medical answers on Plexus website to help elderly women reverse their diabetes and to help detoxifying somebody who is about to get a limb amputated, and other people that were former health professionals or are no health professionals whatsoever are helping out. That is this Plexus opportunity call. It's a big fat no, no, no for me. It is a big fat faithful no, 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 no for me. This is ridiculous. This is the worst opportunity call I have seen probably forever. And I'm going to stop before I'm getting fired up again. And in the end, it's also unfortunately a good example to show how the prey becomes the predator. And I think that is typical in MLMs. And I think that is why they're so dangerous. Because if you believe you do good, if you believe that you help others, if you believe that you're doing the Lord's work, then it will be so much harder for you to snap out of this mindset. I just hope that none of these people on this call are responsible for hurting other people's health, hurting other people's wellness, or that potentially people might lose their lives because they're listening to a Plexus rep rather than a medical professional, where a medical professional could have given them better advice. So it's a clear no, Plexus. It's a no, no, no. And I'm still a little bit in shock, to be honest with you. That is why I'm going to finish this call now. I hope you're well. I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to make myself an iced coffee and a cookie because I need that now. And I'm not going to detox my body afterwards. And I'm not going to take care of my gut health afterwards. I'm actually taking care of my sanity now. I hope that you're well as well. If you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. If you have any comments on this abysmal call, please feel free to comment down below. I have a lot more Plexus team calls and opportunity calls in the pipeline. I will have to stretch them out a bit because if they're all that horrific, I'm gonna go Nutcracker City over here. So warm wishes and greetings from Berlin to wherever you are. And yeah, if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one very, very soon. Tschüss.